I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tactics and a formation that I think will be meta on EAFC 24. And the reason for that is because this formation is good every year at the start of the game, and I don't think that will change. If you're tired of coming up against teams like this, you can get some foot coins through MMO EXP using the link down below. You can also use code JambooUK for 5% off. So guys, hopefully this formation does help you out. Do me a favour, let's try and hit 100 likes on the video. Subscribe if you are new. I will be giving away some FIFA points to someone who comments down below, or EAFC points if you'd prefer to wait. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Let's get into the video. Okay, so the end is definitely near on FIFA 23, and these tactics are still going to work well on this game as well. I've just got a hunch because I haven't played the beta or anything, but I do get the feeling that it's going to be very similar to any other FIFA game, and if that is the case, the formation I'm going to show you, and the tactics I guess, I would imagine are going to work very well at the start of this new game, because this is sort of a staple FIFA formation, and I can't see that changing. I think it'll work well. But this is my team. As you can see, I've barely played on my own account this year. I do run a weekend league service. If any of you guys are trying to clutch up those footies cards, I can get them for you. Link in the description. But yeah, let's look at this formation. So it is going to be a classic 4-4-2. Straight out the box, ready to use. Like I say, I can't imagine a game where this formation isn't viable. It's one of those formations, you know, like a 4-2-3-1 that is just built for FIFA. I can't ever see it changing, and I predict that it will be the exact same on EAFC 24. So for me, balance on the defensive style, unless you want to go a little bit more crazy and then press after possession loss, is good in this setup as well. Because it's a back four and you have the wide mid, you don't get caught out as much at the back when using press after possession loss. But I'm running balanced here. 50 on the width, 65 on the depth. If you struggle with your defending, you can play a little bit of a lower line. However, I feel like the 4-4-2 is definitely a formation to try and get at your opponents and be aggressive. So I would recommend learning to play a high line. Balanced and direct passing. It'll be interesting to see if this stays as the meta on EAFC 24. Obviously, right now with direct passing, it pushes your opponent's defense so deep back into their box to the point where they struggle to defend because their defensive line is like getting close to their keeper, and it just gives you as the attacker a lot of space to work with. So be interesting to see how that plays out. 50 on the width again, 6 players in the box, and then 2 on the corners and free kicks. In terms of the players you need, this is one of those formations, because you're using flat centre mids, and even if you do use the CDM version, the central midfielders, they're too important on this game and this setup to be able to not attack. So you wouldn't be able to play, for example, Base and N'Golo Kante, because he just doesn't offer enough going forward. You need 2 box-to-box players in the middle of the pitch here, and that is how you're going to get the best out of this formation. For the 2 strikers, just 2 quick players who have the skill moves, and weak foot is ideal, and the same for the wingers as well. You're going to find that you get a lot of space and runs made by your wingers, and then the main way you create in this formation, you sort of start with your centre mids, get the ball out to your wide players, and then look for cutbacks to the strikers. And then for the fullbacks, you're going to see what we do with the instructions, but I don't think they really change depending on formation. You just want the best fullbacks you can get. But let's look at the instructions. So we've got stay central, get in behind, and also stay forward on the strikers. I feel like that is what is working the best for this sort of formation. You just want them staying narrow, constantly making runs in behind, especially with the through balls and stuff like that. Driven passes into the striker, this sort of stuff works really well. Cover centre on both of the centre mids. This is a formation with a lot of width, offensively and defensively. So you're never going to need your centre mids to go, onto the wing to cover. It's just not going to be needed. There'll be a massive hole left in the middle if that ever happens. So make sure to pick cover centre. For the wide mids, stay wide and get in behind. I really like the stay wide tactic. Depending on, if you build up right, it can be super, super effective because they just hug the touchline, make those runs in behind, and it gives you a lot of space to work with. Especially for a player like me, I like to play for the cutbacks and to sort of overload my opposition's defence. And having the stay wide getting behind does that super, super well. We then have one of the most important instructions in this particular formation. It is stay back while attacking. You need it on a formation like this because we don't need the fullbacks to overlap and we don't have 3 centre-backs. You really need to stay back while attacking here. The only real fullback formation where you want your fullbacks overlapping is a formation like a 4-3-2-1 where you just don't have enough width. We have the width in this formation. I feel like if you have the fullbacks overlapping, you're going to leave a lot of gaps and it's just not going to work out too well for you. So stay back while attacking. You're going to have a flat back 4 at all times. You're going to have obviously the 4 in midfield, but the wingers sort of turn into, more attacking players with the getting behind and stay wide as well. So in this formation, it's a bit of an all-rounder. It's definitely, I would say, more of an attacking one than a defensive one, but it's not too bad for keeping the ball. Not too bad for defending in, but very good for attacking in. You would have seen some pros actually using this at events as well, which does tell you all you need to know. And like I say, I feel like this formation, it just isn't going anywhere. It might not always be the absolute best, but I can't imagine a FIFA or any football game where this formation isn't going to be good. I feel like it just has, at least how FIFA's been the last 10 years, it has everything you would need, and I can't see it changing. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Do let me know how you get on in this setup. I'm really looking forward to this new game. I'm going to be putting out tons more content, multiple uploads a day, at least for the first couple of months. So if you have any ideas or anything like that that you want to see from me, comment down below. And just by commenting, you will have the chance of winning some FIFA points or EAFC points as well if you would prefer to wait. But guys, as always, I really do appreciate you. The support this year, it has been absolutely crazy, especially during Team of the Season. Things just went to another level. Obviously, right now, I'm sure a lot of you aren't even playing the game anymore, which I fully understand. Sometimes it is a chore just to hop onto this game. It is pretty dead in my opinion, but your support is always greatly appreciated. But thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one, and peace.